Hi, I'm Jeff Hatton. I'm the founder of Popper AI. After my search for a technical co-founder didn't turn out like I wanted it to, I decided that because I had this prototype that was getting traction in the market, that if I really wanted to develop this software in a timely fashion, it was time to hire a dev shop. So I went to Google and started looking for development partners, and really I didn't know where to begin. I scoured the internet, talked with a number of vendors here in the US, realized that the minimum cost for an MVP was probably too high, for my budget. So started to look at outsourced options, including Eastern Europe, India, and Latin America. And as I began speaking with these vendors, one of those began to separate themselves from the pack, and that's Non-Labs. So my first conversation with Matthias, it was pretty clear that he was different and his organization was different from the other companies that I was speaking to. And the reason is that he asked a lot more questions. He really tried to understand truly what it was that I was trying to accomplish. And he even pushed back on some things that I felt like I had this big idea, but the reality of trying to pull that off in an MVP was something that I probably need to come back down to earth a little bit. So it was a very thoughtful conversation where I was challenged, but I also felt really understood. And as I continued to talk with additional partners, continued to scope out what this MVP would look like, it became more and more clear. And as I spoke with other people within these organizations, including others from Non-Labs, that this was a partner that was really in it for our success, which was obviously really important to me. So after we made the decision to partner with Non-Labs, a week or two later, we had our first kickoff call with our very own agile team of developers, a designer, project manager, and we hit the ground running. We began to put the pieces in place, the frameworks in place, so that everybody understood what we were trying to accomplish, and we were able to start actually writing code rather quickly. Now, the best compliment that I can give Non-Labs is that they absolutely delivered on the scope that we had outlined prior to me signing anything or paying them anything, and they delivered on the timeline as well. The other thing I would say is that the team that we worked with, were not only people that we felt like, hey, these are part of our team now, and we all felt like part of the same organization working towards the same common goal, but the quality of the code, the quality of the delivery, the timeliness of the delivery, the flexibility and adjustments as we ran into things that didn't quite go as we had expected them to go. It was really a phenomenal experience. So then we get to this point where we're ready to launch and the code is ready to go, it's in production, and we begin sending it out to users. And one of the things that I was always worried about was, well, what if we run into big bugs if it doesn't work? And one of the things that we absolutely valued about what Non-Labs had done is that the product was very solid, very stable. We had a couple little things, and they responded to those right away. But overall, couldn't be more happy with what Non-Labs delivered on for us. So if you're a non-technical founder or a technical founder and need additional technical support, I can't recommend that you at least speak with Non-Labs near enough. They approach it very differently than the other vendors that I spoke with, and the level of execution and following through on what they said that they were going to do, I can't say enough good things about. So highly recommend Matthias and his team at Non-Labs.